Hey guys, back in the movie room, and Collector of Stuff was doing an animated collection of comic book stuff, superhero comic book. So I thought I'd do the same thing. Here's it's DVD. These aren't everything. This is not everything I've got, but it's quite a few of them, I think. This is Spider-Man: The Ultimate Villain Showdown on DVD. It's the 1967 classic episode, The Origins of Spider-Man, along with a rogue's dossier of some of the most evil nemesises, featuring the Green Goblin, the Kingpin, and Dr. Octopus. And those are three biggies. So that's that. And then going along with that is this one. And I got to open this up because I was talking to Sam Faligar 517 about this. Here's this one, Sammy. The collection. Now, I thought it was on clear cases, so I'm going to, like clear. Yeah, it is. That's what I thought. So inside of this, I'm assuming everybody's the same way, right? Inside, you have a little booklet, first of all, pristine condition. And then you've got the, each one of these is in like a clear, well, it's red, hard plastic. I think they're all like this, right? There's a Rhino. There's a Green Goblin, looking gray goblin-y. J. Jonah Jameson. Kingpin. And Mysterio, kind of an odd one. I mean, I like Mysterio, but kind of an odd one to put in there. I'd have put in Dr. Octopus, maybe. Or even the Lizard. There's the back side. I guess this is out of print, and I suppose it's somewhat rare. 6 DVDs. There's the inside case. And the booklet then features all the episodes, and there are a bunch. 52 episodes. Yeah. 52 episodes. And then on the back, in case you don't know, here's the words to the Spider-Man theme song. Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Yeah. Yeah, I think I know the words. Yeah. Featured voice cast. Paul Soles was Spider-Man and Peter Parker. Let's give him some kudos. There's not a name here I've ever heard of. Yeah. The first episode of the Spider-Man cartoon, the 67 collection, aired in September of 1967, and the last one was in September of 1970. It aired on ABC. Yeah. Yep. One of my favorite comics growing up was Spider-Man. Probably the first one I collected was Spider-Man, then next was the Fantastic Four. But I think a lot of people related to Spider-Man because he was a teenager. I was a teenager. Or maybe pre-teenager, but nonetheless. He had problems. I had problems. He got in trouble at school. I got in trouble at school. So, you had a lot of similarities with Spider-Man. He was cool. And, he didn't come from another planet like Superman. Although his uncle got killed. He didn't, he wasn't like twisted like Batman. I was talking to Sam earlier about this on the phone. The question was, it's like the movie Stand By Me, when we're talking about who'd win, Superman or Mighty Mouse, and the question was who'd win, Captain America or Batman? Captain America, but Batman, you can't ever rule him out. Anyway, Spider-Man, the 67 collection. And the nice thing about Spider-Man, I started to say, he got bit by a spider. Could happen to anybody. He wasn't twisted like Batman. Anyway, speaking of Batman, I don't know what happened to the slipcover. I'm going to blame the kids on this one. I'm sure they had something to do with it. In fact, one of the discs is even missing out of here. I gotta find the rest of it. This was a good series, and the kids they don't respect anything. I'll have to find the first disc. I think I know where it might be. I'm talking about Batman the Animated Series. This is a good series. As was the Superman one, but I think the Batman one was better. I just have the first season. Volume 1. Okay. Next. A flipper. Not a flipper. It's these kind of things. I hate these cases. I've gotten rid of most of them. These snap cases. I hate them. This is Batman, The Legend Begins. Yeah, it talks about a collection of the first 5 landmark episodes of the award-winning Batman the Animated Series. So there's probably some sort of overlap with what I've got on the other one. In fact, this disc is probably first 5. It's probably the disc I'm missing, or pretty close to it. Let's get a bunch of special features on it too. There's the back. Let's stick with the Batman theme. Batman Year One. I really like this one. Kind of a lot of extras on the Blu-ray. It's cool. It's how when he first started out. I just thought this one was really cool. Batman Year One. Like the slip on it. Here's the back. I just got the digital copy. I'm gonna have to make sure I have this. I'm gonna set this one aside and make sure I get the digital copy off of that one. Ditto with this one. This is a very similar. This is a DC Universe animated original movie. Loved this movie. Loved everything about it. Yeah, I really like this movie quite a bit. I'm talking about All-Star Superman. Great stuff. If you haven't seen this before, it's really worth watching. It takes the entire history of Superman and kind of condenses it here for you in a pretty long movie, as I recall. Well, 76 minutes. I guess not as long as I thought. Here's the plot. This is just off the disc. I'm not telling you anything that you couldn't see when you pick it up. Lex Luthor's elaborate plot to kill the Man of Steel works. Poisoned by solar radiation, Superman is dying. With weeks to live, he fulfills his life's dreams, especially revealing his true identity to Lois Lane, until Luthor proclaims his ultimate plan to control the world, with no alien hero to stop him. Powers fading, Superman engages in a spectacular, deadly battle that could truly trigger the end of Earth's greatest protector. Yeah, good stuff. Highly recommend that one. Another Superman movie. Oh, this one was really good too. Again, it's a DC Universe animated original movie. This was Superman Unbound. Brainiac was always one of his biggest foes, and I always thought more interesting foes. Of course, Brainiac comes from Krypton. So because it comes from Krypton, and it's the brain side of things as opposed to the brawn, if you will, from Superman. But I always liked this one. Always liked Brainiac, and always liked this movie. I've watched it a couple times now. A lot of good extras. Supergirl makes an appearance in it as well. She's on the back. Yeah, good stuff. Back to a Batman one. This is another good one. I like this. Another DC Universe animated original movie. Blu-ray, DVD, ultraviolet digital copy. Really like the premise of this. This is why I say you can never rule out Batman, Sam. Even though I think Captain America could kick his ass in a fair fight, Batman doesn't fight fair. And yeah, he might not kill him, but I'm wondering if he couldn't be clever enough to do something. And that what makes me think about that is this movie, Doom, when Batman has a plot, just in case any of the Justice League get out of line. Batman has a plan to take care of all of them, and the files that Batman has created get stolen. So he's got a plan to take care of all these folks, just in case. Good stuff. Next, growing up, I was a fan of Shazam or Captain Marvel, the DC Captain Marvel. I like the Marvel Captain Marvel too, by the way. But Captain Marvel, the only human that has superpower strength in the DC universe, right? Is that true? I'm not sure about that. Anyway, this is a good one too. There's a lot of good characters in this. Jonah Hex is Green Arrow, Spectre. There's some shorts on each one of those on this as well. And this is Superman and Captain Marvel going up against a Black Adam. Yeah. Good stuff there. Oh, by the way, I got these at like a Dollar General or one of those kind of places for like $2 on Blu-ray. It's a really good deal. Same with this next one. Same with the next few, actually. The next one. And they really have, these all have really good artwork on the discs. Like here's Wonder Woman. All of them have discs like this, though. A lot of good special features. So this is the story of Wonder Woman. 2 in-depth commentaries. Yeah, lots of extras. You know, they're all about 75 minutes long. But lots of cool extras on these. So that's Wonder Woman. I haven't seen that one yet. Nor have I seen this one, but again, another one. I gotta get all these codes in so I can get all these on my iPad too. There's a Green Lantern First Flight. Again, a lot of good extras. I guess it was also like $2. I love the green Blu-ray case with Green Lantern. They're pretty good. What did Sam ask me on the phone tonight? Oh, yeah, have you ever heard of the Justice League or something? I can't read that. I'm not that old, Sam. I remember all those comics. I read most of them. It's funny. Do you remember that show? I do remember that show, Sam. I watched that show, the Justice League cartoon. Anyway, Green Lantern. Good stuff there. This one I liked. The comic was better, but then again, you know, why wouldn't it be? This was still a good one, though. And how long was this? This was also... Some of these cartoons pack an awful lot of story into 76 minutes, and this one did also. And that is Superman Doomsday. And it does mirror the plot of the comic, mostly. Mostly it does. Oh, excuse me. What else? Oh, speaking of Justice League, Sam, there's the Justice League right there. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. On the back, we got Green Lantern, Flash, Hawkgirl, Martian Manhunter. Yeah, there's the back. Another good-looking disc, as I recall. But again, these crappy snap cases, terrible. I didn't love the story of this one. This was when there was like a Mars attack thing. It was all right. The animation of these is really nice, though. Now, what am I going to do with these flippers, huh? I'm going to put them all together and burn them in a pile. No, just kidding. Sub-Zero, Mr. I always liked Mr. Freeze. I just thought he was cool. He's and I like, on the original Batman, I liked the Mr. Freeze there, and I liked Arnold Schwarzenegger in, was it Batman and Robin? I'm sorry. Yes, I am one of the few people that can watch that movie and not, cringe. Well, I cringe a little bit, but I can still watch it when it's on. I like Mr. Freeze, and I think the character is, he's trying to get his wife back to life. He's got this frozen thing that he's got to deal with. I thought he was an interesting character. That's Sub-Zero. That with the flippers. Here's another flipper. I liked this series. In fact, one of these days I might get the whole thing. I don't know. I like the beginning of it. I watched a few of them. I thought it was kind of cool. This is showing its age here a little bit, but this is Batman Beyond, the movie, plus 4 exciting bonus episodes from the series. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it quite a bit, actually. Just thought it was cool. And Bruce Wayne was still in it. Old as the hills, but still pretty good. This one is... I really like this one. This is... And I think this is the one to get if you're going to get it. If you're going to get this... Because I think that it's available in a couple different sets, but this is the one to get. And this is the complete Superman collection. This is the old time Superman here. And this is by the Max and Dave Fleischer. We've got about 20 episodes on here. This is a high quality transfer from the 35mm originals. Yeah, this is some great stuff here. Put up by Bosco Video. That's the one you want. The Bosco Video label. I believe this comes. It's a couple different ways you can get this one. This is the one to get. And the animations are cool on this. 147 minutes total, so you've got, you know, quite a bit. Each one's 7-8 minutes long. A couple are 10, but good stuff. What's left here? We got. This is the one that's, and I've watched a little of it. I agree it's pretty good. I don't know if I like it better than the 67, but collector stuff says this is better. I think it's one of the better ones that have come out recently anyway. I'm not sure it's better than 67. I got to check it out. And that's the Spectacular Spider-Man. You got to get past the artwork. It's a little quirky. It's a little cutesy compared to the 67, which looks like the comics. So, well, there's 26 action-packed episodes here on Blu-ray, so how can you go wrong with that one? Next up, one of my favorites. This is the Steelbook. It's in great shape. It's in plastic, so I'm not going to take it out. But I have watched this. Love this one. And I'm talking about The Dark Knight Returns. The deluxe edition that has the whole thing on one disc, I guess. 148 minutes long. And you've got the Blu-ray, the DVD, and the ultraviolet copy with this. So that's kind of cool, too. The other one I have to make sure I have the ultraviolet copy. I don't remember having this one. Maybe I do. Anyway, it's a great looking steelbook, isn't it? That's cool, I think. Batman. And then, last, but I don't think least, two different sets. One I think is better than the other. The first one up, why do I still have the price tag on this one? It annoys me when I leave the price tag on things. Sometimes you can't get them off because they put them right on the, this one's on the plastic. No reason to leave it on. Anyway, this is the Fantastic Four, the complete first season of the 2006, I believe, animated series. Not my favorite Fantastic Four version, but not dreadful. I believe it had all the right players in it. Yeah, it had all the right players in it, but you know they did them like this. They're okay. They're okay. And on this one, you've got the episode list is Doomsday, Dr. Doom, of course, Mole Hatton, the Mole Man, Trial by Fire, Doomed again, Puppet Master, Zoned Out, a lot of stuff. My Neighbor Was a Skrull. What else is on here? A lot of Skrulls and Doom, and you get Frightful. That's probably the Frightful Four. Atlantis Attacks, probably the Submariner, I'm guessing. So, yeah, this should be good. I've watched a few of these. I haven't watched enough of them, but it's pretty good. But I like this one better. This one reminds me of how the Fantastic Four, I think, should look. And that's this one. This one came out when? It was like a similar year. 2006, possibly. I think it's 2006. 2005 DVD release. 1990s animated series. Okay, now I thought it was older. 1990s. This is a 4-disc set. It's the complete series, 26 episodes on DVD. I like this set. From what I recall of this set, and here these they look a lot more like the Fantastic Four that you and I remember. Not the cutesy look. You know, Reed Richards looks suitably serious. You've got the Invisible Woman, the Thing, and the Torch. And the nice thing about 4 discs and 4 Fantastic Four is that each one gets their own disc, so to speak, picture. This one does not have the digital copy. I wish it did. But this one, as I recall, the second season was better than the first. Yeah, you got the Inhumans saga. If you remember the Inhumans, Black Bolt, Medusa, Gorgon, and Karnak, the karate dude, and Triton, the fish man, but he couldn't breathe at all. He had to have like this thing that he breathed in, or he had to have a helmet with water in it. It was pretty cool. And then you got 3 episodes devoted to the Inhumans, and then you've got the Black Panther. Yeah, cool stuff. The Coming of Galactus and the Silver Surfer is on here. 3-part episode called The Mask of Doom. The Silver Surfer and the Return of Galactus is on here. It really was. This is 1994, 1995. It is right on the bottom. 1994, 1995 animated series. For my money, I think this is one of the better ones. Somebody may correct me, but you'll be wrong. Anyway, the Fantastic Four was the first Marvel superhero comic of any significance. Before Spider-Man, before a lot of the others. Yeah, I think they were the first ones to get their own comic and not appear in like a compilation, team up or something. So good stuff. Fantastic Four. That's it for the animation stuff, guys. That's all I've got. It's 21 minutes in, so I think I'm going to call it quits on this. I think I might do a Criterion one next because I've been getting calls for that. Don't know what I'll post first. Doesn't really matter, does it? In the scheme of YouTube, time is, I guess, is relative. All right, I will see you guys later. That's it for the animated superhero stuff. On to Criterion's next.